So it's a Friday night. What are you planning on doing?
You are now listening to Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. Let's get into it.
Episode 182, Limited Trust, a Devastator podcast. It's a little chilly out, but it's foggy and it's rainy. Excuse me. And I'm fucking really digging it out there, out the doors, now that I'm home. As you all know, you probably already know, the rain, the fog. Mainly the rain, like the fog is cool and shit, I like it. But mainly the rain, man, it's been raining for a day or so. I can't get enough of that shit, man. And then when it's kind of rainy, these rainy types of evenings or days, it kind of reminds me of like, you know, spring. Because I think today is the first day of spring. Sorry, I was looking down. I found a fucking 3-inch screw and then I started fucking picking my fucking nails with it. So I have to look forward for this to sound somewhat normal. So what do we got? Damn, I fucking should have took more of my little drink. We got the fuck's that shit called? Got the soap. Been producing some soap. I like it. It doesn't zap the ink right off of your hands, but I don't know if that's possible. Just because of what the ink does. Now, what it does do is it will get that surface ink off of your hands. And that's the shit that spreads. So, like, if you fucking, you know, the shit that's on the surface, it definitely gets that off. But, you know, the stain, it stains your skin, and, you know, that you might have to dig a little deeper, because I was reading about some other shit, and basically in the soap genre, which I know fucking basically nothing about, there's only really so much you can do before things become harmful to your skin. Like you know, like acne medications or stuff like that, you know, I think some of them are like 1% of whatever the fuck it is, you know, and it's like high strength is fucking 2%, whatever shit is, you know, like, so the tolerances for chemicals in things like soap or lotions or whatever the fuck is very low, because, you know, people have a bad reaction or fucking, you know, whatever. So that's not even really something I want to dig further into. So I did, you know, the basics, the fucking, the pumice, and I might up the citrus a little bit, because they say that does help break greases and oils and possibly some ink ingredients. So I might up the citrus a little bit. I mean, they make citrus fucking paint. What is it called? Paint strippers. So there must be something to that. So, and I was thinking about it. I was like, what a goofy ass fucking thing. But, you know, that's what I do. I make fucking goofy ass accessories. I basically, to circle back around again, I just do what I want. And Punchmarker fucking made it possible. He made the fucking dream a reality. And I was like, I want to do this. Now that I have this beautiful way to do it, I was like, I want to make some of this shit. I want to make a fucking lot of this shit. So that's what I've been doing. I've been fucking cranking soap out. And then someone came in the comments and was like, yo, make skate wax. And I was like, huh. So I did some research and made some fucking skate wax, which my first block was difficult to make. And even the first fucking run of soap, not the first run, because by the end of the block that you got to chisel off of, I fucking had that shit down. What I don't have down is how to get the pumice to be evenly spread throughout the bar. And it's something like, it's tough doing layers, because when you do layers, it creates fucking failure points where the bar of soap can come apart. So basically, like, the branding side with the Devastator brand is like fucking pumice full. So what I've been doing with my personal bar in the sink is I rub the fucking logo and all that shit, that side on the fucking, that's how I get it started. And then I flip it over to the other side and use that to really get it lathered. Anyway, I don't need to tell you how to wash your hands, but I'm just telling you, I got to explain how all this Devastator shit works. Clearly, it's always a fucking thing of education. So where was I going with that? Oh, so he said make the skate wax. So the skate wax, all the ingredients for that are a lot harder than soap ingredients. Like I could shave the soap ingredients. Like by the end of it, I learned how to do it. I learned exactly how much to chop off. I don't got to measure it. Now the wax, it's difficult to chop off, then you gotta fucking weigh it. So what I've been doing, because there's fucking 3 different ingredients, and it's 60, 30, 10 is what you gotta do. And obviously with a fucking 4.5 ounce bar, there's, it's got specific measurements. So chopping that off and weighing it up, it's like fucking, but it's difficult to do. Like, I don't know, I might not just have the right tools. I tried to use my fucking bandsaw. I was like, man, I don't want to gunk this fucking thing all up, because, I read online on the old line that cutting the actual soap is obviously it's not a big deal for the teeth on the saw or anything, but it's like the buildup that drags along the fucking blade. So then you got to like run some wood afterwards, to try to break it down, or even soak a small piece of wood in alcohol and then slowly run that through after I don't fucking know. I was like, yeah, that's just. So I learned how to do it with a fucking bread knife. So the skate wax though is different, man. So like fucking, and I could do 1 bar at a time. Even if I had a bunch of molds, you can only, with this stupid little fucking thing that I'm melting the shit in, this little pot thing, you can't really put much more in there than what's in the bar. So the bar is like perfect size. But it takes so fucking long for all the shit to heat up that I pour the bar, and then with the wax you can actually put it in the fridge. The soap you cannot put it in the fridge to cool it. But so I've been getting it all ready, coloring it, and then dumping it in a fucking pickle jar. And then after I got, whatever amount built up, then I heat the fucking pickle jar up like you're cooking crack, and fucking in a pot of water and shit, and then pour it from there. So I can like get ahead a little bit by making it in the little pot and just pour it in there. But now what I'm thinking is I could probably, being that it's all pre-mixed in this fucking pickle jar, is I could probably stick a screwdriver down that motherfucker, bust it in half, break it free, and then pull out fucking chunks and just weigh those up and melt those down in the little thing. I don't know. We'll see. It's a little more fucking around, heating up the jar. So anyway, the dude was like, yo, let's do that. And I was like, all right, fucking A. And next, I was telling Punchmarker, I'm going to do a fucking white chocolate bar, because that's my favorite chocolate. It's white chocolate, and I'm going to put some fucking pecans or something in that motherfucker, and I'm going to see if I can't do a fucking chocolate pour and make a fucking... I don't think I can fucking sell Devastator brand chocolate I don't think probably no one want to, nothing that I made in my fucking house. They don't want to eat that probably. It's not like my house is scummy or anything, but there's usually a procedure to things that you eat. And so I'm probably not going to fucking make any of those for sale, but and then other people are like, yo, do like wax, like paint sticks, like a paint block or whatever the fuck. And Premium did like a fat block of fucking for that shit. So I don't want to do anything similar. And dude, you can't beat fucking Sakuras, man. Streaks. You can't beat it. You can't beat those for the money and for the permanence and just for the ease of use. Outside of Devastator brand products, fucking Sakuras are those are my favorite fucking tool. So, yeah. So this has been a fun time, experimenting and making this soap and this wax as a nice new accessory to add to the fucking thing. What else we got going on? Been uploading more GIFs and shit, so make sure you go use them shits. Dude, I put the free Ron E one on a fucking one of those, that Epstein lookalike guy, fucking Palm Beach Pete or whatever the fuck his name is. And that shit got 75,000 fucking views on that GIF, which pushes all my shit like higher into this fucking GIF algorithm. So hopefully by the end of this whole thing, when you type fucking Devastator in the search bar, Devastator shit comes up, at least maybe Devastator brand, and you don't have to Devastator brand in the fucking thing, that it'll come up without knowing that little thing. So keep using it. I don't give a fuck, man. Put that shit everywhere. Put it on any fucking post you see anywhere. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? Fucking bump a fucking any one of them. Free Ronnie, the dog head, the patch, the fucking mixing the shit. I made one today. It said, what does it say? No more new ink men. So yeah, man, fucking definitely fucking do that up, man. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna make a fucking limited trust one just because. So do that up if you're bored. What the fuck, And as long as you don't care about getting banned from, like, getting blocked by a page, typically pages with like bumping ass posts they don't care. They're not gonna block you for a Devastator thing. But like if you're doing it on like small shit, they might be like, oh shit. And I don't give a fuck. Go to some of them bootleg fucking ink people and fucking put the fucking no new ink man fucking Rack, Club Ghoul, Premium, they're safe. Don't do that to them. Those are everyone else. I don't even fucking care. Get them. I had to who the fuck was I talking to? Some ink fucking whatever the other day, and I told him, I said, I'm not and I was again, I've been in kind of a bad mood a couple of days. So I kind of snapped at some people, but I told this dude, like, fucking, ink old. I said, I don't talk about this shit with anyone anymore. I said, you gotta earn your keep or whatever. I can't remember what the terminology I use. Oh, you gotta pay your fucking dues. I was like, you gotta pay your dues in this shit, and that's what it is, and that's how you get there. I'm not fucking giving you anything. Go out there and grind. I don't know. I'm just tired of it, dude. And I what I said was, I go, the 20 fucking ink men from fucking 2025 are gone. I said, in the 50 this year will be gone in 2027 too. I was like, because and I'm like a broken fucking record. I say it's not about the money because it's really not about the money. I mean, it is, I guess, in a broad spectrum, yes. I mean, it boils down to fucking sales, right? And having a decent product that fucking goes out there. But really, man, I've been saying it for a long time. I don't make fucking barely anything on any of this shit, especially now. You know how much I paid for 12 fucking mops the other day? $30 fucking dollars. $30. That's a lot, dog. And I could get them other bullshit ones, but I don't want to do that, man. I like the fucking ones. It says on Amazon I bought that shit 250 fucking plus times. 30 fucking bucks. I think it just backed down. It fluctuates too. It was like 27, and then it was up to like 31. Total, not retail. With tax and fucking whatever. But anyway, it's not about the money, man. What it's about. Mainly why I don't like this fucking new ink, man. Oh, we'll work on my recipe. Is it fucking dilutes the fucking. It dilutes the niche of this shit. Where. How many motherfuckers are we gonna have out there dumping Janician Violet with the fucking magnetic stir? I was the first one with the magnetic stir. I did that first. Now everybody's got that shit. It's like a fucking staple. Everyone's gotta have it. It's every time I see one of those fucking posts, it like makes me fucking sick. I'm like, I knew I should have just kept that to myself. But it dilutes the fucking the waters of all this shit. Maybe that's not the right terminology, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's fucking. Look at me. I'm lost for words. I'm speechless. What I'm trying to say, I guess, is that if you go to fucking buy a car. And, obviously you got the big couple fucking whoever, right? You got fucking Toyota, Nissan, because I'm not fucking with the American no more. I'm sorry, man. I can't do it. Toyota. And not even Nissan. Nissan's trash too. Toyota. You got Toyota, right? Sorry, Nissan people and American car people. So you got the Toyota. But let's just say there's a bunch of other fucking brands out there. All this shit that you've never heard of. And it's all on the same strip. Like here we got like a couple auto blocks. Fucking West Ridge Road and fucking, I think, West Henrietta Road. In the Rochester area. And in those, there's car dealerships. It's like been like that for years, since before I was born. The Cortez Auto Block. You know what I mean? There's fucking 5-6 of them motherfuckers in that family, in the Cortez family in a row. Anyway, but then let's just say, so then there's all this other bullshit, but it's priced about the same. Now, you got your fucking loyal people that come and they buy their Toyota because they know that shit's good. It's going to be right. You're going to get your shit. If there's any issue, whatever, you get a hold of me. You get a hold of Toyota and they take care of it. You bring it right back to the dealership and say, something's the matter. And they take care of it, right? And they've been there forever. And there's all these other new fucking buildings around. And then there's going to be a lot of people that say, oh, well, maybe that one's like a little more money, or they're not, like, they don't know that Toyota's been there forever. They just see all these things, and then they go to this other shit. No offense, but probably like 15 years old, making some bullshit, gets a good video that gets some traction, and now people are putting money there. Then the people who actually have investments in this fucking shit, and let's just say they have a bad time over there, which they're probably eventually they're going to. I mean, Black Lung, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And I could go to all these other ones, the fly by night shit that are just not there no more. Dead Pages, shit's been mad gone. But so while I go on and on, the point is fucking, it's diluting the fucking space to where it's like people are like, well, what do you have to offer? Well, fucking the longevity of this whole shit and the reputation of this whole shit, and whether you like my attitude or not, you're gonna get your shit, Everything's gonna be right. You can fucking count on it. I don't know who the fuck these other people are. Like, who the fuck are they? You guys know everything. You could fucking take 5 minutes and look into Devastator shit and fucking find out who I am, who the fucking my background. Oh, it's linked right to the Ian Big video. I'll tell you my whole fucking life story. Da 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 da. Look through the page. Look through this. You can go all the way back to 2017 and see the first post that was ever fucking posted and everything since then. Dude, this page has been around for a fucking month, dog. And then that one, and then this one. And then the one person has 2 quote-unquote ink companies. And they're acting like they're working together, but they're the same fucking thing. It's the same. This is the same guy. And that's scary. Like, what the fuck you doing? If this one does good, then that's where the money goes. But if this one does good, that's where, you know what I mean? I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just sour about it because I really, in the end, it's just fucking annoying because then I post the fucking that video with the fucking purple on the glove that turns yellow. And dude, that's just Violet Plus. I don't even actually know exactly why it was doing it that hard in that circumstance. It's got a lot to do with like the atmosphere. You know, if there's a lot of water, moisture in the air, you know, the shit changes the pH, and there's like different things that go into this shit. Like, you ever see me fucking blowing on the shit on the bench with the fucking with the compressor nozzle? Because if you like super dry it, it fucking turns the yellow real quick. But if you let it dry naturally, it might have like the yellow tint to it, kind of, but still kind of stay. Anyway, the fucking point is, and then someone comments in that, my boy already did that. And I said, fucking good for him. Like, that's the kind of shit. So then you get your other bunch of fucking 13-year-olds, and now you're the new fucking man on the fucking block. I don't know, man. It's just like, it's just fucking annoying. So that's why I'm not fucking helping anymore. I'm putting the fucking, obviously, since I've been talking about it since the beginning of the year, but it's definitely going on hold for now. The So You Want to Be the Ink Man competition, because since then, dude, there's 5 new fucking people in this space. I don't even, like, I gotta take a break and we gotta shake some of these motherfuckers out, and maybe instead of like a tryout, like I'm the governing fucking whatever, but maybe I'll look and say like, all right, this person's been doing it, you know, not just some bullshit. I don't know, man. It's just frustrating. And I'm trying not to be like that, because I don't feel like they're encroaching on my sales at all. I feel like they're making the space look like a fucking joke. And to all the real fucking scientists, like, I'm just nothing compared to Rack and Ghoul, man. Those motherfuckers know some shit. They know why this shit does what it does. You know, I just like fucked around so much and read so much and tried so much that I figured it out. And if I just write it down and duplicate those results and duplicate those measurements, then it's good. And like, I don't know why the fuck this shit does what it does. I don't know that shit. They know the science behind that shit. Their fucking etch products, the glass etch, that shit is made, it starts as like crystals and shit. Fucking, that's the real deal shit. If you want to do glass bullshit, you go to one of them 2 motherfuckers. That's the real deal shit. That's not the fucking watered down what is it? The etch bath fucking shit with the sand in that shit. Dude, they're making the real shit. So anyway, so whatever. I don't even know how the fuck I got into this fucking rant. It wasn't even supposed to be a rant. I wanted to tell you guys a story because I know I've been kind of getting off track, and I said I want to tell more of these stories, these memories. And this is not even like a story that anyone cares about, like outside of me. But again, I don't want to do the wrong thing with this record that I have here, you know, like for anyone to come back to at any point. Hopefully not like a jury or something, or the prosecution, but to come back to my kids, my fucking whoever, you know, you never know what's gonna happen, and hear some of these stories and shit. And I want to talk about 2 things. since I've been getting off of that, I want to get back onto that. At least tell one memory or story or something. Things that I've been thinking about per episode. So if that's not your thing, turn it off right now. But what I had was, I'm trying to think of what job I was leaving, and it was like dusk. It was like just about to be dark, and I was coming up East Ave, making a left on the main street, or that's not Park Ave, that's East Ave, and I made a left on the main street. But as I didn't make the left yet. I was coming up to make the left, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? There's all these people in the middle of the fucking road. And I'm trying to think. It wasn't raining, I don't think. But anyway, as I'm coming up, and I watched some shit the other day that reminded me of this, and I was like, oh, I'm going to tell this story. There's I say middle age, but probably my age, white woman in the middle of Main Street, like looking like a well-to-do woman. And I look, and there is a dude. I can't see what he looks like, because I think he had a hood on, like a hoodie or something. And he's laid out in the middle of the fucking road, and there is the biggest pool of blood I've ever seen in my fucking life. As I'm rolling up, and I'm like, oh shit, like, I've seen blood, I've seen bloody messes, fucking, I've seen my face entirely covered in someone else's blood. This shit looked like syrup. Big ass fucking pool of blood. And this woman, shout outs to her, man, because I'm sitting there thinking, like, would I have done this? No, I would not have done this. She's giving this dude mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. He is obviously all fucked up. I don't know if he ended up dying. I do know that on the news, he was fucking hit and run. Someone struck him and continued on. And he was like a homeless dude. And I really I fucking couldn't believe the amount of blood. Like, when people say like a pool of blood, that was that shit. I was like, holy fuck. And I just fucking, I made the left like around all them. Like, the cops weren't even there or nothing yet. Like, it was fresh. I made the left like the wide kind of head, like I was driving the semi. I had to go to the right a little bit. And I was like, get me the fuck out of here. I was out. But so then the other thing, so I've been playing that new Resident Evil a little bit, a couple hours a night. And then I see some blood, and of course I had some PTSD fucking flashback. And I figure, well, let's share my PTSD with some other people that fucking don't need to be damaged. You're welcome. The other memory and story I have is a good one. It's a happy one. It's about my sister and her husband, my brother. And I can't really remember how many years ago it was, but they rented a pontoon boat. And it's happened a bunch of times since. But the first time, it was, I think the fucking power steering went. I was driving the fucking van at the time, and the power steering went. Was this that time? Nah, that wasn't that time. This was a different time. The power steering went. That was when we went to the Syracuse spot, I think. That lake or whatever the fuck it was. No, this wasn't the boat. But anyway, so we went on this pontoon boat on the lake. And I can't remember the first one was Cayuga Lake or Canandaigua. I think the first one was Canandaigua Lake. And I had never done anything like that before. Like, I've been on fishing boats. I've been on, like, like a a fucking whatever boat, but I had never been on a boat like this, and it was beautiful weather. And fucking Stevie was fucking cooking burgers on the boat on this little fucking grill. And we were tubing, and I never did tubing before. And this whole time, I got no life vest on. I'm like, yeah, I could fucking swim and all this shit. And we're out there. I'm totally out of shape. I mean, I'm still out of shape, but I'm out of shape as a motherfucker at this point, right? And I just remember having such a good fucking time, man. And I got this whole new appreciation for this whole, like that kind of life, boats and fucking water and, like seaweed and shit, the fucking, like, I don't want to fuck with that shit before. And like, docking the boat, and my brother-in-law is very, very fucking patient with me, and I'm a fucking melon head. And he is not like one of them people where he's like, yeah, do that. And then if you don't know how to do it, like he looks at you like you're a fucking idiot. He's like, yeah, tie this and he showed me how to tie these fucking knots every time that we do this. And I still can't fucking do it. But he says, here, you go like this, and you go over. Like he shows you shit. And he like shows me and teaches me stuff and explains things, and he doesn't get frustrated. And if he doesn't show it. He's very good at that. So I just like, and I think this was like just when fucking Erica was like getting her she was off drugs, and now we could like do things together and like be out for, more than a few fucking an hour a day, where, oh my God, if she ran out of fucking drugs. Sorry. But I just remember it was like a good ass time. But then, so at one point I was, we had fucking put the anchor down, and we're like floating around and shit and fucking around, jumping off the boat, and, just like boating. And I was doing all that tubing, like high speed, you fucking fall off the tube and people got to circle around. And I remember, like, I don't give a fuck what happens, I'm not letting go of this tube. Yeah. And it was a fucking hit, and bam. And the first time we went, I did not fall off the tube. I didn't. I even went with Alyssa. No life vest on. After the fact, there was one point where I got away from the boat, and I was like trying to swim back. And swimming in the fucking lake is not like swimming in the ocean. That shit is much more difficult. And I was like trying to get back to the boat, and the boat was like just kind of waiting. Like I felt like it was, and what it was I was probably going further away. The boat was anchored, as far as I know, or at least it was trying to be anchored. I don't know how fucking deep this shit was, but I was trying to get back to the boat, and I was like struggling. I was like, I can't let nobody see this. I can't, but I mean, if they go, motherfucker's gonna have to come get my ass if I start to go under. And like, it was like a week later, I really thought about it, and I was like, yo, if I would have fallen off that tube at fucking high speed choppy tubing and like blasted myself and took a mouthful of water, pause, that could have been real bad, because the boat's got to fucking circle around and come back and get your ass. And a lot can happen. And I'm not as strong a fucking swimmer as I fucking thought I was. So the next time we boated, I used a life jacket. The whole time, like any time I was in the water. Man, I love that shit, dude. I'll never fucking. So we're doing the tubing, and now I just throw myself off the tube and fucking. Dude, it was like I found a new invention. Life jacket. A properly fitting life jacket is tits, boy. You don't have to worry about shit. So I was like fucking chilling, fucking floating, bobbing and shit. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that these things that fucking mean a lot to me. And it's just like regular shit, I think, to a lot of people, but like those kind of things, and just like eating lunch on the fucking side of the thing, talking shit, and the cops pulled us over for fucking sitting up on the thing or some shit. I'm laughing about it. Oh shit. It was fucking funny, man. The whole thing was fucking cool. So I just want to share that with you guys, and fun shit. And and thank you, Emma and Brandon, for fucking providing us with those fun times. Those are good. And thank you for being so fucking patient with me, because I'm a fucking handful. And these two are considerably younger than me, so I'm like the older brother that's like a fucking failure to launch kind of. Brandon's got a lot of fucking patience, boy. He's a smart motherfucker too, man. He knows how to do some shit. So that's all I got, man. Fucking wear your life vest. Don't start a fucking ink brand. I'll fucking smack you. We got enough fucking ink brands out there. Stop with that shit, please. Just stop. Just stop. Invest in the ones that are already thriving. And support your local machine studio and support your local punch marker, dog. Support your local Devastator, motherfucker. Nah, you don't gotta do that. Oh, real quick, big news if you made it this far. After weeks and weeks of petitioning and back and forth and emails and phone calls, we have a return date for official Ronnie. May 18th, which will have brought his fight suspension to 5 months for a fucking altercation. 5 fucking months. So I think he gets to go back and do maybe his exams. I think there's like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks left of school after that. And what a fucking joke. They suspended him, obviously for the rest of the year, and made him eligible for parole fucking with 3 weeks left in the fucking year or whatever it was. And then after that, not after that, but when he goes back, if he fucking spits on the sidewalk, he's out. If he's late for class, he's out for the rest. It's parole. So the fuck. So still free Ronnie, dog. What the fuck, man? What's that? Another 2 fucking months? He's got another 10 weeks or some shit. So shout out to GOAT. All right, everyone. I love you guys. Be well out in them streets, and I'll talk to you soon. Don't fucking tell me anything about Resident Evil, please. Love you guys.